It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go! Hey, check that. Street.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
The Seahawks at 3-5, 2 games under 500. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Rams are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The drive starts with a carry by Corum. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit hot.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Seven 0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Here we go, set.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll run with Corum to begin the drive. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They run once more with Corum. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Stafford. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of cutting passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Hey, 22!
Now Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready!
Stafford going to give this one to Corum. He will push his way down to about the 14. This a 2nd and 8.
22!
Back to throw, Stafford. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a third down coming up. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Motion left, Cup. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
They'll try and run for the first with Corum. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll run here with Corum. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Blake Corum, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And just shutting him off there. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an...
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll set up a throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
That is caught. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They run again with Walker. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here comes 3rd down and 7. They'll drop to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Myers' kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Or maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for L.A. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Stafford. Caught on the right side by Adams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Stafford now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Touchdown! Tim Patrick, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Open man right side is Cup complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Up the middle, here's Walker.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 66 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Back to Walker on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, 38 yards. And